before we start fully, can you just tell us about you? Introduce yourself, your name, what you do, your favorite color, your favorite food? Mm.
Okay, let me start with my favorite food. Okay, my name is Evelyn Ekarika. I'm an educator at the school owner. In fact, I'm more of a teacher than the school owner.
Mm.
I love to teach, like I
Oh,
love to be in the classroom. It's my
oh wow.
thing. Administration is not my thing. It's not my thing at all. You
Really?
know, most times people say, Evelyn, you need to leave the classroom, you need to leave the classroom, you need to work on the business and everything. I'm like, if I leave the classroom, I think I may just close.
Oh, wow.
So I love, yeah, I love to teach. I love to teach a whole lot.
Oh, wow.
My I'm currently running a school, Blooms and Daisy School, started in 2018. So let's say we're roughly 6 years old now.
Oh, wow.
The nursery and primary school. I'm a mother, I'm a wife. I'm originally a hematologist, trained hematologist, but
Mm.
I ran away from the hospital to the classroom.
Why?
But my those training, ah, I never liked hospital. You know that thing now, those years
Yeah,
when they
I get
say,
it.
if a child is very smart, child
You
should
go
be
to
a
science class.
doctor.
Mm.
Mm-mm. As the go to science class. But I wish I didn't go there anyway. But in fact, the experiences have helped me in my class, especially when I'm teaching sciences. I
Oh.
can just understand where we're going. It helps. I don't have a favorite color. I like bright colors. My favorite food is beans. I love beans. And
No.
rice. I love beans.
Okay, rice, yes. Hey, now you're talking. All right, so thank you for sharing that. Oh, she forgot she didn't include that she's my mentor as well. So I had this school leadership
Oh,
course that I did, and we were paired with mentors, and then she mentored me. She was so sweet and amazing.
oh,
Thank you so much. Okay,
oh, thank you,
so
Miss Sonia.
so one of the reasons why you're here, I remember last year, I know we had some form of interaction, but I don't think you even remember that conversation where we talked about, I think we had just a short conversation about teachers, you know, and their behavior in schools and all of that. It was just a very short conversation that you and I had. And I held on to that
Yeah.
conversation. So I was like, no, we'll be the best person, And then I also wanted, you to start getting used to the camera as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's
You've
true.
literally dragged me to do this. Thank
I
you.
knew you were not going to say no. I was going to pull that mentee card that nah, you're mentee. Oh. Okay. All right. So
Thank
let's
you for
so
doing
let's just
that.
start
Yes.
with the big picture, right? What is that one thing? Because we are here to talk about what school owners really want teachers to understand. We see a lot of school owner bashing on social media, right? And I know that it can be that. So are we saying that all school owners are bad or and all of that? So there has to be something there. There has to be a conversation there that we are not having that we should have so that we get to understand ourselves. So what's that thing that you as a school owner would want teachers to understand about the challenges that you face daily that you really want teachers to understand?
Okay, so I like that you said it's like in every other thing, every other area. It's not everybody that is bad. There are some bad eggs, but it's not everybody that is bad. There are some of us that are genuinely trying to juggle and balance everything.
Mm,
On a daily basis, a typical school owner is trying to, provide an enriching learning environment, make sure that the teachers are getting what they want, the students are getting what they want, and the parents are also getting what they want.
mm,
And then you also have to remember that it's running on money. It's a business. Money comes in and you use it to fund all of these things. So you're trying to juggle making everybody happy and
mm-hmm,
ensuring that the business is financially stable and sustainable so that one day we don't come and we have closed our gates because there is no money. So it's a very difficult balance it's something that is so difficult. You are trying to make decisions about, okay, take for instance, I have a maintenance repair to do. which is going to cost a lot of money. And then maybe the teachers are asking for, they want us to do a particular event or activity. Definitely, it's going to help the
Yeah.
children. But I'm trying to balance, okay, which one do I do? The maintenance or your salaries, ensuring to make sure that I don't touch your salaries. Do you understand?
Right.
It can be, it's brain racking. It's brain
Mm.
racking. And then remember that parents are on this other side, troubling you about fees. So you're trying to ensure that your fees are fair. In fact, it's a lot.
I can
On a
imagine.
daily basis. You don't want the month to end and you don't have salaries to pay because you were trying to please, or you wanted to buy something that they really needed, or you are doing an event so that parents will say. You just have to pick your priorities right, and
Mm.
sometimes it can be a lot to
It
juggle.
is.
That is our
It
daily
sounds like a
challenges.
lot. It sounds like a lot, having to balance both sides with and you
Yeah,
touched, from what you said, you touched more on finances, that seems to be like one core
yeah,
part of it. And I can relate with that part of events, because we know so really, for me as a teacher, I know parents really like all those things, they want to see that.
yeah,
And yeah, and it also makes learning fun as well. So, but then I want
yeah,
to add,
yeah,
because there seems to be a gap between what the teachers need, even in the classroom, even with resources. I hear a lot of teachers say, "Oh, I don't have, I've experienced it as well." There was a time I worked at a school
yes.
where all I had
Mm,
majorly was the table and the chairs that the children were sitting on, and maybe two or three pieces of puzzles. Like we literally had, and the class was a large class, and we needed some more resources. So, how
mm,
do you? And I understand that place of, you have other things that you need to also provide, the maintenance of the school, which is a lot. I worked in one startup school,
yes,
and I was like,
yes.
is this what you guys are going through? So what are the
It's a
realistic
lot,
ways?
yes.
Yeah. So like, what are the realistic ways that you feel that we can balance it? That how can we meet in the middle? So it's not as if, the school owner just does not want to provide. So how do you think that teachers can meet you as a school owner in the middle?
Okay, so for me, um, I hope you're hearing me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so for me, I always tell my teachers that I I don't like transactional relationships. I'm that kind of person that I commit when you come into my space, I commit myself to you. So I think the best way that school owners can help, I mean teachers can help and come to the middle where we can
Mm,
collaborate to make things work for each other
yeah.
is when you get into a school, don't be transactional about it. I understand that the money is important, but
Mm,
when you are transactional about it, you will not have that ownership spirit. The ownership spirit will make you want to ask questions, give
mm.
constructive feedback. You know, there's a way you will ask questions and you'll be given answers about what is really
What
going
is
on.
really going
You understand? There are people who don't care. I have people that they don't care. They don't bother whether are you people okay or is everything on going on. But I have members of my staff that will come and say, Miss Evelyn, how are we going to do this thing? What should we do? I will talk to parents. Don't worry, Miss Evening. And because there are some things I'm like, I don't want to involve anybody. Let us do according to our
Mm,
budget. Let us follow our budget. And some of them will say, don't worry, I will talk to parents. It's a natural gifting that I have. So give
mm.
of yourself beyond, you know, take initiative. Don't just be
Yeah,
transactional. I get my salary,
ownership,
I go my way. I really don't care how you people are coping. Yes, take ownership
take
of the
ownership.
vision for the time that you are there. Give it your best. Market the school in not just, when I say marketing, I'm not just saying put it up there, admission in progress. Even in your own development, the, the way you are progressing out there, you're already marketing the school. You
Mm,
understand? People want to know, oh, which school is Miss Tonia teaching in? Do you understand?
yeah.
That's you are shining light on us. That way, you are also helping us to grow. You have
Mm,
taken ownership. You are in just is ownership, not just transactional. Go in there with a sense of ownership, take initiative, be interested in what is going on. Have situation. I always tell my staff, have situational awareness. Something is falling off from the wall, and if Miss Evelyn does not see, like all of you have passed this corridor, and this board is literally falling from the nail,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody cares. This is something that will cost us money. You understand? If you have
Right.
that sense of ownership, you won't wait for me to see it. That is what will really, really help. And then when you bring suggestions, because you have owned it, it's easy for me to tell you, this is what is going on. Okay, this is what can work, and this is what cannot work. And then you will bring your own suggestions. This is how, from a standpoint of you understand what I'm going through, and I
Yeah.
understand what you want. We can work together to make it work. I think that sense of ownership will really help us to collaborate. Do you
I ca-
understand? It
yes.
will help us to collaborate.
I can feel the passion as you're talking because
Miss Sonia, I don't know how you decided that I should be the one to talk about this because it's
oh,
something that
it's a
bothers
pain
me a lot.
point.
It bothers
Yes.
me a whole lot. It's a pain point for me. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's a
Because
pain point for me. And I know I've
yes.
talked about on the teacher's point, from the teacher's point of view, even the school owners themselves too. See your teachers not as just people that you are using to fulfill your vision. See them as a part of a, like, I don't know how to put it. For me, my staff are they are a part of they are a part of the business. When you say management, you understand.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my staff are a part of the management though.
True.
They're part of the management because whether I like it or not, they are the ones who are out there doing the work. So they need to have a say in what is happening. No matter how, be vulnerable to share. I know it may not be everybody, but those
Yeah.
that share that sense of ownership, don't frustrate them by hiding the things so much. Be vulnerable so that they can work with you. Because I can understand somebody wanting to work with you, but you're giving this front of, no, I can't share this, I can't share this. Not everybody is out to steal the business. Some people want to really
Genuinely
help
help.
while they are there. Yes,
Mm.
genuinely help.
So while we're on that topic, while we're on that, I wanted to ask something because there was something I went through when as a teacher, right, in sharing my ideas was having another teacher poach that idea or a superior poach that
Mm,
idea. So how do you handle that? How do you manage? Because yes, school owners will say, oh, if you have ideas, bring it, share it. But then what if I'm the shy type? I have these ideas, I share it with
mm.
you, but somebody else poaches the idea. How do you get to know who is the one bringing the ideas? How do you manage staff politics? So much so that you don't have favorites and all of
Okay,
that.
Miss.
How do you I know it's a big one, but you can just share how you are able
Mm.
to manage it on your end.
Okay, I don't know if I'm the right person to answer that question because, like I said, we are 6 years old, so we have
Mm,
a very close knit community.
mm,
My staff are everybody is close to me at their own level. There are some people that are very
right.
chummy chummy with Miss Evelyn, and there are some people that are they're not so chummy chummy, but they know that they can always come and talk to me about something. Let me give you an instance. So last term we have these club activities that we do, and teachers are the one who coordinate it. And one of the teachers decided to start a public speaking club, and then towards the um towards half term, I told them
Yeah.
that I don't think that I'm seeing value for what the parents have paid for, and I need to see more. And she came to meet me. That one other teacher came to meet her when she mentioned that she wants to start the public speaking, told her that she wants to assist her, but that she's literally taking this teacher that is complaining is a very shy, quiet type. That she's literally
Mm,
taking over the whole club thing. Before she's in early years and the other teacher is in primary. And
primary.
most of the children in the club are in primary. So before she comes from early years to primary for the club, she was already taken over. She's not telling her anything. And she came to me and told me that
Mm,
this is what is going on. I have that kind of open door.
door
You can come to me
policy,
and tell me anything.
anything.
And yes, when I say open door, my own is open door. Like
No
there's
door
no
at all.
bureaucracy. There's There is no bureaucracy between. If there is something you want to talk to me about, it's okay for you to talk to me about it. Then another thing is, in our meetings, we make sure that everybody says something.
Right.
Even if there is a conclusion about that thing, everybody must say something. At that point,
Mm.
I know who this idea is coming from. You
That's a
understand?
good one.
So, and naturally, I'm very intuitive. I'm very intuitive. I know when something is wrong. And I know my people. I know an idea that came from you and an idea you got from someone else. I don't know. Do you understand? And when I see that, I find God just helps me to the wisdom to be able to say, okay, um, can we bring this person into this thing? Do you understand? And
Mm.
I'll find a way to talk about it with the person because I don't want anybody to close up
Yeah.
because somebody stole their idea or something.
Mm.
It's not fair at all. So I try to make it easy for you
That's
to reach me if you feel that way. If you feel that's what is happening.
that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Can you imagine if you
But I know
have,
that there are some big schools.
yeah,
Mm. That's why I was saying that I don't know if I'm in the best position. You understand? I know that there are
mm,
some big schools where there is a lot of bureaucracy to reach the person, I mean, to reach
yes.
the school owner. You understand? And I think that in that case, there must be somebody you can talk to, Miss Tonia. There must be somebody in between that you can talk to and say, this idea was originally mine. Was it that bad that there was nobody you could talk to at all?
Okay, yeah, it actually was that bad because, okay, so it was a case of you don't even know who to trust. It happens in some big organizations, right? You don't know who to trust. So that person you are going to confide in might be besties
Yeah,
with this other person, and then it's just a whole, by the time it comes back, it ends up
exactly.
being this was not what you, and it ends up being a case
It
of,
blows
oh,
back on you.
so it's just you just like, you know what? I'm better off just keeping quiet and not sharing my idea. It's not a good thing, but then really, what can a school owner do really? You can't be everywhere at the same time. Because then you have to deal with parents, you have to deal with a whole lot of things. So
Mm,
I get it. We just hope and pray that we get to have work with good people. Really, that's just that's just the
yeah,
prayer. I survived anyway.
yeah.
I
Thank God.
survived.
Thank God for
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so the next question on that, you sort of answered some of the questions you talked about buying. I was going to ask that how do we bridge the gap? And I was also going to ask about how teachers can take initiative. So you said something about it too. Taking ownership, having an ownership spirit really makes everything easier and better. I was telling someone that even though it wasn't really good practice for me, at some point, I had to start dedicating an amount of my salary, just a
Mm,
little amount, at least pending when the school, would get their
you'll be able
footing
to
because it
provide.
really is not easy. Like now, they increased the fuel price and it's triple the amount you were
Mm,
spending before. And teachers will want to
yes,
increase in salary, parents will complain
yes,
if you increase the school fee. So it's like,
exactly.
you know,
It's
where
a
do
lot.
it's a lot. Which one are we doing? So it's like you're in the middle. You're here.
Yes,
But yeah, so I can
exactly.
imagine. I can imagine that as well. Okay, so let me so you've literally answered some of my questions, like you've answered them three in one, which is sweet.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yes.
So let me ask this. In a world where teaching is viewed as a calling, yeah, because I always say that it's a calling, really. It's a calling.
Yeah,
What
it
would
is.
you like to share? What would you like teachers to understand that the unspoken realities of running a school, like that they might not fully
Mm.
appreciate? A lot of teachers don't get it. They don't understand because nobody really tells, not sometimes, maybe is it that nobody tells them anything? I don't even know what to say, but yeah, maybe if you share, because you are representing school owners now, like
Yeah.
teachers, oh, these are some of the unspoken realities. These are the things that we really, really have to go through that you may not appreciate, but this is what we are going through for you. You-
Okay, so I've already talked about the financial issues.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me talk about managing even you, the teacher. The okay. let me just put it, both parents, the children, managing the human beings in the business. It's a lot.
Mm.
Everybody has their own idiosyncrasies. Everybody has their own expectations, and it beholds on you to be able to manage all of that. Everybody expects you to have emotional intelligence, to be able to maintain, keep your staff, this staff that has amazing talents but has a terrible attitude.
Behavior.
You are supposed to keep your parents happy. You're supposed to make sure to safeguard the children. It's a lot. Managing the human beings, that is a lot for a school owner. Then also ensuring that in all of this that you're doing, you are ensuring compliance. The ministry
Quality
has
control.
things that they expect you to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you don't agree with it, you have to do it. You understand? They will come
Mm.
to check. Take for instance, if you ask me, Miss Tonia, you see that long lesson plan, that long lesson note, I don't know which one to call it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. You
Mm.
understand? I feel like it takes a lot of time, where
Time
creative time for you to sit down and be writing step one step. But the Ministry of Education will come in, and that's the first thing they want to see.
to
And I'm
see.
like, there was a time they came and we showed them our soft copy plans, and they were like, no, they want to see the hard copy notebook. I'm
Mm.
like, in the 21st century, so these are things that you are not happy about. I am not happy about, but we have to stay compliant. You
Compliance,
understand?
yes.
These are issues. Do you understand? Then, of course, you have to manage crisis. When you have issues between a parent and a teacher, is a very delicate ground. Do you
Mm.
understand? One of my parents told me at the end of last term that she knows that this thing that she has told me, that I'm simply is not going to do anything about it. And that is why she's telling me that this is the last time she's complaining about this, that the next time she will slap her. I was like, where, how? She said, because she knows that I will not do, there will be no discipline, that is something she has noticed about Blooms and these teachers, because they know that there'll be no disciplinary action, so they continue to behave anyhow. I was like, okay, with all due respect, ma, what would you suggest that I do to this teacher? Would you like me to flog her in assembly? Would you like me to chase her away? Guess what the teacher did? The teacher misplaced her child's spoon 2 times. Miss Tonia, what is the disciplinary action for such a thing?
I don't know I
So,
don't even know. That's one early
so
years problem. That's one problem we always have in early
exactly.
years.
So tell
We
me now, the parents want things. So that crisis, the school owner is in the middle, trying to make sure, except when you cross certain boundaries. And I'm like, no, 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 you can't go there. You
mm,
understand? You parent, you can't go there. Oh, teacher, you can't go there. You understand?
mm,
But this is a difficult situation. So when you are
true.
taking certain actions, you need to know that I am the one who will take the blow. If the
Yes.
issues like children getting injured, do you understand? I'm the
Yes.
one who comes out to pacify the
The
parents.
parents.
I remember a parent telling me, I want you to bring out that teacher. Miss Evelyn, you are protecting the teacher. I'm like, sir, I can't bring out that teacher. That's why I came out by myself. You understand? With the incident reports. He said he's not good, that he's going to call the police. I said, even if the police comes here, I will stand to talk on her behalf. So I always tell them, when you are being nonchalant, you are pressing your phone when you're supposed to pay attention.
That's what should
I am
do.
the one who will manage that crisis when it happens. You understand? These are day-to-day issues and so
Mm,
many other things. Do you understand? So many
yeah.
other things. Let me talk about the part of continuous improvement. There's a vision. We need to move this school forward. We can't be running around in circles just doing the maintaining status quo. So I want to move the school forward. But you are not improving yourself. If
They
Miss
want
Tony,
the
I was
school
telling
to
my
improve,
teachers
to do it
exactly.
on
I was
their.
telling my teachers today. I had to look them in the face. So I noticed that as we went on holiday, everybody came out with an online teaching poster. They even sent to me. I should help them repost. Miss Evelyn, I help them to repost. I'm very happy because I know that they need that extra source of
That's
income.
money.
But today we had our first meeting today, and I asked them, okay, beyond what I have taught you, Is there any other thing that you know?
Thank you.
The day you leave this gate, that ceiling, you've put a ceiling over yourself. Where I stopped is where you
Where you
stop. I've never
stopped.
heard any of you go to pay for a training on your own. These things are not, they don't cost an arm and a leg. Some
Mm,
of those trainings are 5,000 here, 7,000 here. I know that your salary is meager, but if you set a goal for yourself, I am worried because some of you are putting up these posters. You don't know anything about marketing, you don't know anything
mm,
about branding, you don't know anything.
true.
Some of you don't even know anything about self leadership, self motivation. I have been the one pushing you, giving you timelines. What have you done to improve yourself? So I want to push the vision forward so that we can attract kind of market that we want.
That we
But the
want.
people that I have are not rising to the occasion.
Vision.
I come up with innovative ideas, and you people are just there. If you are pushing it away, but you want higher salaries. If we're not giving higher value, we can't ask for more. So you have to
True.
improve yourself too. Do you understand? So these are the issues. These are
Yeah,
the you just want to stay. In fact, I think what triggered me when I was talking to them was we're talking about training schedule for this term. And somebody said, Miss Simi, I want us to be trained on how to use digital devices. I'm like, what do you mean by digital devices? Say, like, how do you use Zoom with the whiteboard to scribble on it? I'm like, okay, I've seen your poster that you want to do online class in mathematics. And throughout the Christmas holiday, before you even brought out that poster, on your own, you're not going to find out. I mean, what is YouTube for? What is Google for? What are they there for? It is easy
mm,
if you started and you got stuck somewhere and you come and you meet the ICT person and say, oh, I got stuck here. Please, can you show me?
mm,
But you are just waiting. Oh, when I come to school, I will tell Miss Evening that we should learn it. Something that will be beneficial to you. So how will you now do something that will be beneficial to me? You won't. So
mm.
these are the issues. Teachers need to know. I understand that the money, because they'll always say the money is not even enough. The truth is, if you have a goal, I told them start with the end in mind. This year, start with the end in mind. What do you want at the end of this year? What do you want for yourself? Forget
Self.
about me first. Before I start telling you what my own goals are, what do you want for yourself? Because if you know what you want for yourself, bringing out that 5,000 to pay for that training for yourself is not going to be a big deal because you know that it's going to lead you to where you want to go to. But because you don't even have a goal, all of you are doing follow. You are bringing out online, poster to do online thing. Do you know what it
Sales.
entails?
True.
Estonia.
It's true.
They
I
want to
can
become, but they are not willing to invest in
invest in themselves to
themselves.
become. I can relate with that.
Hmm.
I can easily relate with that. Like what you said, you want more, but you're not even ready to put in, if we want to demand more from parents, we need to show them that we are giving them
Yes,
more. We need to show them, we need to give them
more.
value for the money that we want them to spend.
The
And it's not
money.
the onus falls
Exactly.
on we the teachers because we are the ones they see. We are like the face of the school.
Yes.
Yes, I get
Yes.
that. I get that. That's a deep one. That's a that really struck. I don't want to talk about this, the one that is asking you about Zoom because you are the one that wants to do online class. You are asking the school owner.
As in,
You're,
like, do you get?
I don't want to. That's another
Yes.
thing. From what you said now, when you as a teacher, you show your I know that they're mean or I don't want to use the word mean. I know that there are difficult
Yeah.
bosses out there. But then we still have those
Yes.
ones that would see the
Yes.
potential in you. They will water it and they will water it till it grows. But then
Yes.
you also have to
Goals.
show
Yes.
that you have potential. Because this person that you just
Yes.
spoke about now, she didn't just rest on her oars. The courses that you enrolled her
Mm.
for, she took them and then she started to
Yes.
work on herself. So when a school owner sees that you have potential, yes, you might feel because some people will say, "Oh, I'm the only one they use." But then I'm like, who else would they use?
Use.
It's normal.
Yes.
So yeah, that's another thing I always try
Yes.
to get teachers to understand that when you have potential, when there's virtue in you, don't I don't take it as being
Yes.
used. You would always be the one
Yes.
your boss will lean on because you've
Of
shown that
course.
you're dependable.
You are
And
dependable. Yes.
yes, so yeah, it happens everywhere. It's not just in teaching. Once I see that, oh, this
Yes.
person is very dependable, I would definitely want to, and all those things, they're actually a
Feel
learning
good.
and grooming process. You
Yes.
learn, you grow. It's a growing process for it's a process.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's one amazing thing. I'm glad that we had this conversation. I know you were saying you're not the right
Mm.
person for this, but you said a whole lot. And I've picked a whole lot from it that as in I was taking notes. That's why I have my phone because it's easy for me to take notes as we talk. That's if
Yeah.
you notice I was looking down, I was actually taking notes and it's amazing. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
It's
Thank you
okay.
so much for doing this with me. I hope to call you again some other time and you'll come.
If, do you know what? You've broken the jinx. I can face this camera now. Yes.
Thank
I can face
you.
it.
Thank you
Thank you too. Thank you for
so
the opportunity
much.
too.
Thank you so, so, so much.
Welcome.